was a brutal and perverted man. He had an intense hatred and dislike for the Christians. You know what? Nero would capture the Christians and set them on fire to light up the night skies in his garden. It was against this backdrop of intense sufferings that Paul wrote to the church in Rome, "Rejoice in hope, be patient in tribulation, and be constant in your prayer." You see, he wanted to remind the people, remind the Christian, hey guys, don't give up, because the God whom we serve is the God of hope. He wants to tell them, just look at our father Abraham, our forefathers. Against all hope, in hope he believed and became the father of many nations. You see, this mindset has been in the Hebrew people for a long time. That in tribulation, in times of suffering, we are to rejoice in hope because the God we serve is a God of hope. So this morning, I'm going to attempt in the next 15 minutes to bring you from the book of Genesis all the way to the book of Revelation to show you that all throughout the Bible history, God has been revealing himself as the God of hope. So let's get started. Genesis chapter 2. In Genesis chapter 2, verse 11, you will read about a river that flowed from Eden. Verse 11 says, the name of the first is the Pishon. It winds through the entire land of Havilah, where there is gold. Now, the word Pishon means hope, or to spring out, spring about. So it gives hope, new life coming forth. So Pishon means hope. So there is a river of hope that is flowing through the land of Havilah. Now, Havilah means sufferings or sorrow. In other words, when you are in the land of suffering and sorrow, my friends, there is a river of hope that's coming your way. Now, over here, it says that Havilah is the land of gold. You know, interestingly, if you mix gold particles in water, you will get a colloidal suspension which turns the water blood red. In other words, when Pishon River, the river of hope flowing through the land of Havilah, where there is gold, it actually appears red in color. So the river is red in color. So in the Hebrew mind, whenever they are in suffering, tribulations, they are always looking out for a river that comes red in color, and that river is hope. Are you with me? So with this in mind, let's fast forward history because I have 15 minutes. Now you come to Exodus. By the time the Hebrew people were in Exodus, they were already 400 years under slavery in Egypt. They were suffering. They were under intense labor, extreme hard labor imposed by Pharaoh. Their sufferings were so intense that their groaning and cry, the Bible described, will rise even to the heavens, where God will hear their cry. And in a response, God sent them a deliverer by the name of Moses. When Moses came into the palace of Pharaoh to persuade Pharaoh to let his people go, he called down 10 plagues. And the very first plague that Moses did was to turn the entire river now red. You know, when the Egyptians saw the river now turn red, they said, oh, a curse has come upon us. Judgment has come. We are going to die. But for the Hebrew children who have been suffering for 400 years in a land of trials and tribulation. They have been waiting for this day where the river of hope will come, and when the river comes, it comes red in color. They were celebrating. They were saying, could this be the day? Could this be the year when our God is going to come and set us free?